to establish what this guy wants, right? So this is the platform. And this is, Mark said to me, this is the most important step. If you ignore it, then your structure is likely to collapse, to fall down. Once I spent about a day and a half with the company, the marketing team, building the platform. You see? Okay. So if you follow this arrow, it points to the future perfect. And the future perfect is a description of what the team or the coachee imagine life will be like, or work will be like, without the problem. And this description, the coach constantly asks the question, and what will you notice? And if I were there on the wall, what will I notice you doing? What will other people notice you doing? See, so this is the desired future. You try to make the description as tangible as possible. Again, it's imaginary. But you try to make it as tangible as possible. Right? And then...
Leah, can I ask
yes.
you, is it the same as your best hopes or not? Because I was confused.
It's not the same.
Like time machine, right? It's time machine. It's
the same?
Same of time machine.
The same as time machine, maybe.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Parallelism.
Best hopes is you come to me and I said, what are your hopes for this session? How will this session make a difference in your life? Mm-hmm. What will be different for you? This is best hopes.
Okay.
And the desired future is the time and the space when all the issues that you have identified are gone.
Okay.
It's imaginary. Of course it won't happen. But you're helping the coach or the team to see the future without the problem. Why? Because of the next step here, counters. And counters, at first I had a problem finding a translation for that in Bulgarian. But we have a word jeton. Do you know? Yeah, what you put in the machine. Mm-hmm. So counters are signs, events, words, elements of this desired future already happening. When the problem is not so bad. Yes, my husband beats me up, but sometimes he doesn't. Horrible example.
Horrible
example. I'll give you a better example. My granddaughter and everybody in her class, they really dislike their music teacher because she screams at them. And I said to her, are there moments when she doesn't? You see? So these are the times when the problem is not there, or it is happening to a small extent. These are counters. And these are instruments. Why are they instruments? Because I think as a coach, this is the moment for me to find out. Let's pick this instrument when the situation gets horrible in the coaching conversation. For example, I was thinking of asking Gaia, when would your mother-in-law when would she listen to you describing alternative education? Are there moments when she listens to you? I was thinking of using that, you see? So counters is I'm not saying the third instrument, because there is an order, there is a model, by the way, but you don't have to stick to the model. Bibo was really explicit in saying I had to sweep everything away from my desk so that I could listen to her friend, okay? And then we have the scale. The scale is a wonderful instrument, and Peter Sabo, who Arpi knows very well, did he describe the scaling dance? I think he did, yeah. The scale is an instrument where you can measure the person's confidence that the future, the desired future, can happen. And you have the questions here for each instrument. This is why I'm not reading them loud. Or this is the person's confidence. Or with the scale you can measure how close are things to the desired future. Where are you on the scale? And you can do wonderful things with a scale. Once I had a group and the venue had stairs, and I positioned them on the stairs, and they positioned themselves. And then I said, those of you who are higher up, could you explain to those down there why you're so high up? What is happening that makes you take this position? What is happening? So there are different ways depending on the venue. What is happening that you have taken this position? And then we come to, so the scale is a wonderful instrument. And sometimes people say, but this is not objective. But what is? What is objective? How can you say that something is objective? Me using this tool is not objective either, if you see what I mean, yeah? And then we have this instrument which is called small actions. It is very closely related to the scale.
And a film?
I will talk about the firm, yeah.
Okay.
Small actions, I have never been able, probably you have been able, Ella, Arpi, Biba, to use it, but I can never use it without the scale. Never, because they say, I'm on 5. And I say, okay, what has happened that you're so high? This is counters, right? And then I say, how will 6 look like? And they describe this, because 6 is n plus 1, 5 plus 1. And then I say, what small steps are you prepared to do to take you to 6? This is why they are so dependent for me. I don't know any better. Probably somebody more skillful knows any better. This is the last but one tool. And then comes a very culture-dependent tool. And this is affirms. You say, I use the firms with Gaia. Can you remember what it was? I'm sure Gaia remembers, but can you remember a firm?
When she said yes, the moment when she said yes, affirm means the moment when she said yes?
No, I affirm.
Oh, okay.
I affirm.
Maybe when you repeated the same thing that you said?
I don't think so. Or
Okay.
Maybe all the things we listed, she has the resources. These are affirmations.
yeah.
Are you ready to change? Are you accustomed to change? Use the firm.
How did you?
Are you ready to change? Are you accustomed
No,
to
this is
change?
making sure she's a customer for change.
Okay.
How did you manage?
How did you manage?
Yeah, at
Yeah.
one point.
How did you manage to homeschool your child?
Yeah.
And this is a firm. I'm really impressed. So, I don't know how genuine it sounded to you, but I'm really impressed with people who homeschool their children. I'm really impressed. So these are the tools.
Now I feel like an expert. I know the terms. Because we can talk to each other.
At some point we can discuss the model.
A firm